Hello, come on in. Welcome to Los Altos Lab in Blacksburg, Virginia. Here at Los Altos Lab, we do highly specialized case studies for Fortune 500 companies. Specifically, in most recent memory, we did a case study for Ford. And the aim of the Ford study, which we conducted here in our lab upstairs, was to actually classify whether a driver was alert or not alert based on physiological, environmental, and other predictors that were given as data. Now, in this data set, it was pretty large. We're talking 600,000 observations on top of 30 predictors. And so we had to treat these predictors and observations in very unique ways to properly classify this information. And so now, I'll talk about the autocorrelation a little bit. With these 600,000 observations, they were split up over 1,200 trials by real drivers in Ford vehicles. And so what this meant is that every piece of data was linked to a driver and a sequence in time. And so where that came into an issue is that we had immense autocorrelation among the data. And to correctly classify this data, we had to deal with that. What we ended up doing after mixing did not completely release the autocorrelation is we had to completely randomize the data and mix further until we did not see any of that autocorrelation. After this, we led into the classification methods themselves. We considered tree-based methods, SVM, and logistic regression as a classical method of classification. And so what happens next is we classify the data. As you can see, we have a world-class kitchen right in our lab, which helps us do a lot of our work very healthily and very safely. But sometimes it's a little much. But next, I'd love to share the results with you for this Ford study on classification for whether a driver is alert or not alert. I can't wait to show it to you. Thank you for coming to Los Altos Lab, and I'll see you soon.
Sure.
Hi again. So now we're on to the actual classification fitting of the models. And so, unfortunately, our partner company, Google, is using our primary data center for their computations this week. So we're using our in-house center for all modeling. So you can follow me in. In particular, running SVM on this data center was extremely intensive. And so we actually cut the training set to a 20th of the incoming data set to properly model it in time for Ford's deadlines. As well, tuning on all of these models took an incredible amount of time, except for logistic regression. As you can see here, we still have our computations running day in, day out. In the next take, we'll be sharing the results of all of our models and the final conclusion on the Ford Stay Alert Challenge. Thank you. Hi everybody, it's now time for the question of the day with our leading statistician, Dr. Simmons. Dr. Simmons, what do you have for us today?
Hey everybody, I have a great question for you today. What is the best method for classification? It's a trick question because there is no best method. However, for the Ford Stay Alert Challenge, we could have 3 potential winners in terms of the best method. Is it A, SVM, B, logistic regression, or C, random forest?
Stay tuned and we'll answer this question later on in the broadcast.
Their shapes have been restyled, their controls redesigned, but there's one thing about Mustang that will never change. The sheer thrill of driving one. The new Mustang convertible, LX, and GT. What they have in common is anything but. This is Mustang.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
And without further ado, our test results are in. After running SVM, drum roll please, SVM, logistic regression, too loud. You went way too fast. You didn't even start slow in the first place. All right, forget it, stop. All right, so, whatever. Random forest won. SVM came in second place. Logistic regression was nowhere close. Ford, you're very welcome. Clearly our regression rate is incredibly high, 98.8%. Compared to the rest of the models, that's completely outpaces everybody. And so we're very happy with the results here in the Los Altos lab. And we'll see you next time.